So here we are again with another battle. I find Munchi on YouTube, um, random friend request, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So, anyways, she leads off with a Frostlass, and I lead off with my Gay lead. And as always, I'm gonna go on and try to go for a Trick Room. I was expecting a Shadow Ball, but it turns out I was wrong. I got hit with the um, Ominous Wind, and since she got a crit, less than halfway. But anyways, I'm able to get up my Trick Room. I go on for a Night Slash, which I'm hoping that it'd take it out, but unfortunately for me, it doesn't. Seems a little bulky in defense, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, I get hit with another Ominous Wind. I'm sorry, I can't say that word correctly. Anyways, but probably if I got a crit in the first turn, then I probably could have had I probably would have been able to survive. But anyways, I bring up my Cacturn. I was gonna go for I am gonna go for a Dark Pulse here, but she switches out into Machamp here, and so while we're waiting, blah blah blah, let the time roll by. Oh, there we go. Okay, so then she switches out to her Machamp, and I go for a Dark Pulse, which it resists. But so then after this, I was gonna go for. Well, I do go for a Grass Knot. I was hoping that it would KO it, but as you can see here, was left at very little amount, and that's with my Life Orb recoil. So it goes for a Cross Chop, and that's pretty much history. So then, after that, I think, yeah, I should go for my Terror, aka Dusknoir, and so. Fortunately for me, it didn't have payback or anything like that. But it doesn't really matter. Regardless, I'd still come out. I will Wisp just in case it does, so that way it could do half the damage instead, and then it would kill it off. So Trick Room ends here. So right here, I don't go for a Trick Room, which was a pretty bad idea. So instead, I went for a Will-O-Wisp. I don't know what I was thinking at that moment. And let's see. So then, Shadow Ball stab, super effective. I almost died, which I'm glad I didn't. I'm still trying to figure out why I didn't start off with Trick Room. So right here, I was gonna go on and say that it was gonna be another Shadow Ball. So I'm like, well, if it has its Focus Blast, then oh well. So I go in for a Porygon 2, hoping, well, knowing that Shadow Ball was gonna come up again. And fortunately for me, I don't die because I am unaffected. So right here is where I was worrying. And fortunately for me, this Gengar didn't have Focus Blast, and it poisons me instead. Badly, might add. So then I go on and launch my Trick Room. Right here is where I use Thunder. I was expecting a switch, but I didn't want to be, that guy who just chooses not to. So then instead I go for a Thunderbolt, just in case. Unfortunately for me, again, I'm sorry for using the word unfortunate so many times, in comes a Venusaur, which resists my Thunderbolt, which kind of sucks, but oh well. And so I go for a Tri-Attack, since of course it's not going to resist it. And right here, I get Leech Seeded. And that's not pretty good for, it's not too pretty for me, I mean. Poison counter is up at 2, I think. Yeah, it's at second counter. Yeah. And so I'm thinking, this is going to be way too much damage for me. So then I switch out and I go for my Camerupt. And she hits me with the Energy Ball, or he, because it's a male. But yeah, he hits me with the Energy Ball, and I don't die. So next, I go for an Overheat right here, hoping that I would stay and try to go on and, attack me. And not too good for me was that this guy, forgot his name, comes in. Of course, he's going to use Waterfall against me. So I go in, use my Dusknoir as fodder, or little life bait, whatever you want to call it. So I kill it. I mean, it gets killed. And yeah, too bad for me. Trick Room ended, or else I probably would have used Magnitude, which I should change to Earthquake pretty soon, or Rock Slide. So I go to my Clay Room, or Clay Doll, so that way, because usually it takes pretty super effective hits pretty easily, but for some reason it doesn't take it too well here. And it takes over a little over half. So I try to use toxic, try to get something in at least. Mm, it misses, and uh, that stuff happens. And then I switch into my Porygon too. And of course, since I'm faster now under Trick Room, and then I was kind of hoping that it would have a miracle scaler. It was something, I forgot what it was called, but anyways, I was hoping that I had something so I could get rid of that poison. Its other ability, I just don't remember what it was. Um, so yeah, that's pretty bad. And luckily for me, it used Twister. I don't know why though, but whatever. Um, so I go in there for another try attack, thinking if it stood in, I would have killed it. But either way, um, Venusaur dies here, and well, there you go. I was thinking maybe I should try using Recover next turn, but since Trick Room ends right here, next turn I was gonna use Trick Room, and in comes her Gengar, which is pretty sad for me. Um, her Gengar comes in, and I'm just waiting. No, wait, what was I doing? I was thinking. Yeah, so I was thinking, whatever. Um, Gengar goes for Thunderbolt. I was thinking, oh crap, I'm dead. But I survived with 6 HP. I set up Trick Room, which is pretty good for me. So then, gain HP. I die. In comes Camerupt with now 4 turns of Trick Room. I think if I actually hit once, then I could have had the game. Probably not, because one of the last moves I used was Magnitude when I should have I should have used Overheat or Rock Slide. And so Rock Slide misses here. I decide to be cool and use Magnitude. I get Magnitude 9, which probably wouldn't even matter, but I needed a high Magnitude at least. And then she brings in Gengar, I think. Yeah, income is Gengar. As soon as that thing shows up, there it is. So income is Gengar. Of course, I Rock Slide again, hoping that I won't miss. And it doesn't miss this time. Since of course Magnitude isn't gonna do much, and I was gonna save Overheat for anything else that might come in that might resist Rock or is levitating or whatever. So then in comes Frostlass, and then here's one major mistake I made. I thought ground was super effective against ice, mainly because the Rock was, but it turns out I was wrong. But anyways, there goes my Camerupt. Good game, Munchi. I had fun. We should battle again another day. And people check her stuff out, and yeah. I don't know what else to say actually. But yeah, good game.